Here with my latest episode live from fabulous Las Vegas. Man, has this been a comeback rally after the massive crash that we had starting last Friday and over the weekend, and especially in crypto. There has been a massive comeback. I'll dive into the details in this video. We will look at several charts in crypto, in several cryptocurrencies, in stocks, in tech stocks, and interest rates, and compare that to previous comebacks, whether this can, because the big question is, can this be sustainable, right? Or is it just what's called a bull trap? We all know a bull trap, it seems like everyone's relieved, it's not so bad, it's all coming back, only to excuse me, only to go down again really quick. So that's what we want to know. I'll dive into many of the nuances here that we want to look at to make that decision, because that is obviously so important for anyone wanting to make their decisions here, whether to buy or sell or hold. Nothing in this video is financial advice, though. It's just my personal opinion that I want to share with you guys. So if you like content like this, please give me that thumbs up. And by the way, on Xandeum.com, we're building that scalable storage layer for the Solana chain. We have a points program. So liking this video, commenting on this video is all giving you points. All right, but now let's dive into the chart here. So let's start with Sol, because you all know my channel here. I'm mainly about Solana, so let's look at the Solana chart here. This is the past 5 days, and let's see what's going on here on the Solana side, right? So as you can see, this has been a crazy crash here on the 5th and 6th. Look at that, from like 145 down to a bottom of below 110 here in a matter of 2 days or so, right? Or 1 day, right? So that was a crazy drop, and it went back all the way just a few hours ago to over 160, right? Like, what is this here? Way over 160, and now we're back at like 156. So this is a massive comeback in the Sol price. So let's see, is that a general market trend? Let's have a look at the NASDAQ here, right? So if we look into that over the past few days, let's do 5 days here as well, then we'll see it has been, you know, this was the crash here, right? This was Friday morning, oh, it was Monday morning, right? So this was Friday, market close. This was Monday, market open. And you see, even from Monday, market open, it went back all the way up here, and it has recovered quite nicely, but not as massively as we see it in the Sol price, right? Let's look into Bitcoin here, the price leader in all cryptos. We see there has been a massive comeback as well. Let's do the 5 days here, because we have that everywhere. Yeah, but you know, it's still below that level here, right? It's still below that level. If we go to Solana here, we're up, right? We're way above that level here 5 days ago. So Solana has a big rally. Solana is really well positioned here. So if we look into this here, a news item 3 hours ago, Solana sees record GITO validator tips and rise in network activity. OR V2. OR V2 has been launched. It is live now. It had a little bit of hiccups at the start. The price of the OR token is really down. But I'm quite confident with the new OR CLI that was just released today that OR will be a success. I really love that project. I'm invested in ore also, so full disclosure here. And I think it's going to be great. And so many positive developments in the Solana blockchain as usual. Yeah, and let's see what else is going on in the marketplace here. Looking at things like Ethereum here. We see Ethereum. Let's do the 5 days as well. Let's see what's going on here. There was that massive, massive drop, but still we haven't reached that level here yet. So Ethereum, the Ethereum chart here looks pretty much like the NASDAQ chart, right? But Solana is breaking out. Look at Jito here. We had that news item here, high level of Jito fees. And, you know, if you look back in my channel here, I've had videos from like a half year ago, 9 months ago, about, you know, my future outlook on Jito. I've always said, you know, MEV on Solana is going to be big. It used to be a very small thing. It is still relatively small. It has so much room to grow. So Jito, definitely a great thing to look at. And even the mother token here has recovered nicely. The Iggy Azalea meme coin here. Look at that, right? It's way above the level that it was 5 days ago. So that's actually quite nice. Let's have a look at our wallet here for the Blockchain Bernie channel. So yeah, I had my, and you remember I bought it for $4,000 and then I sold it. I sold a part of it, right? So I have 5,300. So that's the 4,000 I invested plus the tax already in here. And I still have 20,000 in profits, right? You know, I had like 60, 70, 75,000 in profits for a short time. So it went down, but it also comes up. There is crazy volatility going on in the market these days. And let's have a look at interest rates here, right? So the 10-year interest rate is down to 3.983. So it's kind of finding its value here at around the 4% mark, right? After falling like crazy at that shock that we had in the weekend. And let me make that clear again. I said it in my last video. The reaction we saw on Friday on some weak labor market data, on, you know, some weak industry lookouts and stuff like that, it was an overreaction. I told you so in my last video on Tuesday, and you know, now it's Thursday. We see that massive comeback coming, and that was predictable, right? It was a good thing to buy the dip, and we talked about that. And I'm thankful for all the comments that I got on my videos for people that agreed with me. So the question is still, will this be sustainable? And I'll come to that in a moment, but also look at things like Apple, Tesla here, everything's coming back here, right? So we have Apple here, 5 days. Let's do this here. It looks like the NASDAQ, right? It's not a massive, massive comeback, but, you know, quite some comeback. Like, and we see that also in NVIDIA and things like that. So, yeah, what do we need to understand here, whether to figure out if this is sustainable or if it's a bull trap? Let's look into other events, right? First of all, these downturns, these kind of corrections in August are not a rare event, right? August is summertime. There's relatively low volume. People are nervous, especially after the rally that we had, right? There were so many people that thought like, can this really be true? Can it be sustainable? Kind of like, investors that don't look that much into the fundamentals and the growth that is actually behind many of these companies and the growth that is still to come. But they just saw the growth in the market prices, and they just got fear, right? They were fearful when they saw the weak labor market thing, and they thought like they want to take their profits. And who can blame them? That's a good way to do it. It never hurts to take some profits. And that's what people did. And now the sellers are coming back, the buyers are coming back, especially in Solana. So I'm always bullish in Solana. And what's happening on Solana also is some development in the staking area and in the validator area, right? So if we look at an independent website named StakeWiz here, we see there are 2,750 validators. If you look at some of the big ones, like for example, Lane, and he tweeted today about, his developments on his validator. And if you look at the stake here, the last 30 epochs, he was losing a lot of stake. It went from 3.8 million sol all the way down to 1.693 million sol. So that is a big drop here for him, and it keeps dropping, right? So, and that is a thing that's happening right now in this epoch. He's losing 21,000 sol. And that is a thing that's happening to many of the independent validators here. You see that same effect also for our validator here, for the Xandeum validator that's operated by the Xandeum team. And let's look at this one. And we're still at 0% commission, right? So we charge no commission at all. We're at 0% skip rate currently, 96.7% voting rate. We have a great whiz score here, the score from the independent score from the StakeWiz side. And still, if you look at our chart here, we've been losing stake, right? And that is a general trend here on the Solana chain. More and more stake is going to the big ones and to kind of exchange operated validators and to large project teams that do some projects. And, we're one of these also. Even though the launch of some of our projects is still to come, right? The first one is kind of imminent with our liquid staking product, and then with the actual storage layer that's coming soon. But right now we're an independent validator, but we have great performance. We have Jito. We share 0% with the Jito rewards for now, right? That is a temporary thing. It says 100% Jito. That is just a temporary thing until we launch that liquid staking pool here. That will be a great product. I've heard from the Xandeum Foundation that there might be an airdrop. So with that airdrop, make sure to collect your points. Go to that site, xandeum.com, and points.xandeum.org. That's an important site. There you can collect all your points. And yeah, if you want to support our project, please stake some sol to our validator. So in this epoch, we're gaining here, right? We're gaining a little bit back. But as you've seen, we've lost sol so much as it was common on the Solana chain. All the independent validators losing stake here, 7.2%. That is, and that's not our thing here. That is by the independent website StakeWiz. So if you stake to the Xandeum validator, you get 7.2% APY. So if you own any sol and you're not staking it, you're leaving money on the table. If you're staking it inside your Coinbase or Binance or Kraken or whatever, you're leaving money on the table because you're giving them a lot of margin there, right? So how can you stake to our validator? Well, it's quite easy. You just go to xandeum.com here, and and you have that stake thing here, just right in the bottom. By the way, when you go here, subscribe to everything. Subscribe to our email list. It is so important because of these launches that are imminent, right? The liquid staking product is launching, and it's storage-enabled liquid staking, right? So get on our email list, follow us on X, and join our Discord server. But talking about staking your sol, stake here, right? So if you click here, you just come to this site here, you just connect your wallet. I have my Phantom wallet here, so let's just connect it. And then you can just pick a number of sol that you want to stake here, and you can just stake your sol here for that 7.2, 7.71% even here on this side APY. So that is great, and you help us, you help our project, you stake to a validator that you trust, and yeah, that would be just awesome. All right, so back to whatever we have here. This is a comeback. It could be a bull trap, but given the history, given the point in time where we're at, right? We're in that election year. So all the government agencies will do whatever they can to, not let the economy falter at this critical point in time. And they have a lot of their measures that they can do. The Federal Reserve is acting calmly. They didn't do any emergency measures, which would have been crazy because it was just one reading of some unemployment numbers, and it's not even clear if it's a change in direction there or stuff like that. And I personally believe it is sustainable, likely for the rest of the year. That's what history is usually telling us, but that's only true unless there is some sort of black swan event that would come, right? I'm thinking like 2 years back at the Solana Breakpoint event, I was in Lisbon, and we had that black swan event with the FTX breakdown. It's a crazy story that I experienced personally there while in Lisbon. And these events, they are unpredictable, right? But in my honest opinion, there is none of these black swan events actually visible on the horizon or imminent at this point in time. So I think come September, people will come back from their vacations. After Labor Day, the vacation season is officially ending here in the US. And we're going to have some demand for stocks again. We definitely will have demand for crypto because crypto is a big issue in this election season, believe it or not, right? So Trump is talking about supporting crypto, so the Dems cannot ignore it right now. And some others also talking about crypto. It is a big thing in this election cycle, and whoever would kind of try to stifle growth and innovation in the crypto field, it won't go well for them in this election cycle. So I'm bullish for the next few months for stocks, for growth stocks, for crypto, and all these things. And that's my view on things. And thanks so much for watching.